On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Marine.
Relating to the sea and the creatures and plants that live there.
Examples:
Marine insurance. Variety of marine life. Seals and whales are marine animals beloved by the people.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology. Cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Universe.
Everything that exists, especially all physical matter, including planets, stars, galaxies, and all other forms of matter and energy.
Examples:
Theory of the universe. Expansion of the universe. The universe is about 13.8 billion years old.
Underwater.
Below or under the surface of the water.
Examples:
Hold my breath underwater. Seals sleep underwater. He is good at swimming underwater.
Weightless.
Having no weight or feeling as if one has no weight, often related to zero gravity or outer space.
Examples:
Weightless flight. Weightless environment. The astronaut felt weightless as she floated inside the International Space Station.
Dimension.
A measurable extent of a particular kind, such as width, height, or length.
Examples:
New dimension. The crosswise dimension. Overall dimensions are approximately 400 by 200 millimeters.
Marvel.
Someone something that causes feelings of wonder or surprise.
Examples:
A marvel of beauty. Technical marvel. The space shuttle is a modern engineering marvel.
Extraordinary.
Exceptional, unexpected, very unusual, surpassing the ordinary or usual.
Examples:
Extraordinary ability. Extraordinary weather. He narrated the extraordinary story of his adventure.
Mysterious.
Difficult to understand, explain, or identify, having an aura of secrecy, intrigue, or puzzlement.
Examples:
Mysterious object. Mysterious stranger. The mysterious disappearance of the ship remains unsolved.
Fearsome.
Causing fear or terror, frightening, alarming, or formidable.
Examples:
Fearsome creature. Fearsome reputation. The dragon's fearsome roar echoed through the valley.
Creature.
A living being, especially an animal.
Examples:
Creature of habit. Artificial creature. The deep-sea creature was unlike anything the scientists had ever seen before.
Strike.
To wallop somebody or something with the hand, fist, or weapon, to have an emotional or cognitive impact upon.
Examples:
Strike up a conversation. Strike a blow. We strike to achieve more wages and safer working conditions.
Perilous.
Involving a high degree of risk or danger, hazardous or fraught with potential harm.
Examples:
Perilous journey. Perilous terrain. Climbing the cliff was a perilous adventure.
Cycle.
An interval during which a recurring sequence of events occurs, a bicycle or motorcycle.
Examples:
The cycle of the seasons. Go to the workplace by cycle. The food chain causes a material cycle.
Coral.
A rock-like substance created in the sea by groupings of specific types of small animals, commonly used in jewelry.
Examples:
Coral island. Coral ornament. She is wearing a coral necklace.
Reef.
A long chain or range of rocks or sand near the ocean's surface.
Examples:
Barrier reef. Coral reefs. The vessel ran aground on a reef.
Hatch.
To cause an egg to break to allow a young animal to come out, to produce and expand something that is in an early stage.
Examples:
Hatch a plan. Hatch a baby chick. The eggs began to hatch, and the small chicks emerged.
Microscopic.
Tiny, exceedingly precise and detail-oriented, of or used in microscopy.
Examples:
Microscopic inquiry. Microscopic analysis. Inspectors noticed microscopic cracks in the submarine's hull.
Larva.
The immature free-living form of insect or an animal, which at hatching from the egg, is fundamentally unlike its parent and must metamorphose.
Examples:
Larva of a butterfly. A moth larva. The butterfly emerged from its larva stage.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Grain.
Wheat or any other small hard seeds used as a food, a relatively small granular particle of a substance.
Examples:
A grain of sand. Flour made from grain. Ordinary air purifiers cannot adequately remove pollen grains.
Competent.
Having the necessary ability, knowledge, or skill to do something successfully.
Examples:
Competent authority. Competent personnel. The judge ruled that the defendant was competent to stand trial.
Gradual.
Happening slowly over a long period of time or distance, not steep or abrupt.
Examples:
A gradual process. A gradual change. The country experienced a gradual increase in population.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Paradoxical.
Seemingly contradictory or absurd because of having two opposite features or facts, though it is probably true.
Examples:
A paradoxical anecdote. Apparently paradoxical. It is paradoxical that the French, who prefer animal foods, live longer than people in other countries.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Offspring.
Descendant, any immature animal or plant.
Examples:
Female offspring. Produce offspring. How many offspring does the average lion have?
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Mercy.
Compassion or forgiveness shown towards someone whom it is within one's power to punish or harm.
Examples:
Mercy killing. Mercy stroke. He begged for mercy and pleaded for his life.
Tackle.
To try to deal with a complex problem or situation.
Examples:
Tackle the issue. Help tackle climate change. The government is determined to tackle sharp inflation.
Component.
One of several parts that combines with others to form something bigger.
Examples.
Key component. Spare components for cars. The researchers try to discover a common component in all types of successful organizations.
Sunlight.
The light emitted by the sun, the rays of the sun.
Examples.
A glare of sunlight. Indirect sunlight. Radiation from sunlight has a different wavelength.
Celestial.
Relating to the sky or the heavens, of or like the sky or the heavens.
Examples.
Celestial bliss. Celestial navigation. The celestial bodies in the night sky were beautiful to behold.
Visual.
Relating to seeing or sight.
Examples.
Visual navigation. Field of visual arts. The building makes a remarkable visual impact.
Cue.
A signal, gesture, or action that provides information or direction for someone else to act or respond, a reminder or prompt for someone to do something.
Examples.
Cue card. Visual cue. The director gave the actor a cue to begin the scene.
Magnetic.
Having the properties of attracting or repelling certain materials containing iron or steel.
Examples.
Magnetic field. A magnetic tape. The magnetic force of the Earth keeps our planet spinning.
Invention.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation, the act of inventing.
Examples.
The invention of new techniques. Common invention. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Scuba.
An acronym for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus, a device used for underwater diving.
Examples.
Scuba diving class. Scuba gear. The scuba divers explored the coral reefs to learn more about the ecosystem.
Beam.
A long, sturdy piece of timber, metal, or other material used to support a structure or span a distance, a ray or stream of light emitted by a source.
Examples.
Beam of light. A structural beam of a building. The sun's beam shone through the window and illuminated the room.
Remarkable.
Worthy of attention because unusual or special.
Examples.
Remarkable achievement. The remarkable breadth of knowledge. The election was a remarkable success for the Whigs.
Silent.
Without any or little sound. Silent reading. Give silent consent. The politician remained silent despite intense media scrutiny.
Whale.
A very large sea mammal that has a streamlined body and breathes through a blowhole on the head. A very large person, impressive in size or qualities.
Examples:
A bull whale. Whale watching. Some countries have a culture of eating the flesh of a whale.
Humpback.
A large whale that has a hump on its back and long flippers, found in both the northern and southern hemispheres.
Examples:
Humpback mountain. Humpback bridge. The humpback whale is known for its distinctive songs that can travel great distances.
Communicate.
To share or exchange information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
Examples:
Communicate his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Communicate well with my advisor. Dolphins use sound to communicate with each other.
Interact.
To communicate or react with somebody.
Examples:
Interact directly with customers. Interact with one another. He should interact more with his colleagues.
Dolphin.
A marine mammal that typically has a beak-like snout, a streamlined body, and flippers, and that feeds on fish and squid.
Examples:
Dolphin show. Dolphin watching tour. The large group of dolphins swam gracefully in the ocean, jumping out of the water now and then.
Grunt.
To make a short, low noise in the throat.
Examples:
Grunt a laugh. Grunt in discontent. She grunted and stopped drinking coffee.
Whoop.
To shout or cry out loudly, often in celebration or excitement, to make an exuberant noise.
Examples:
Whoop with joy. Whoop it up at a party. The winning team began to whoop and holler with excitement.
Trumpet.
A brass musical instrument with a flared bell and a bright, penetrating tone. Verb, to announce or praise loudly or publicly.
Examples:
Trumpet player. Trumpet solo. She played a beautiful melody on the trumpet.
Warn.
To make someone aware of potential danger or difficulty, particularly one that may occur in the future.
Examples:
Warn a reckless driver. Warned me of the plan. I attempted to warn him, but he ignored me.
Predator.
An animal whose natural behavior is to prey on others.
Examples:
Apex predator. Sexual predators. The native South American animals were in danger because of the predator's arrival.
Breed.
To keep animals for producing offspring in a regulated manner.
Examples:
breed horses, breed suspicion. This animal breeds in northern latitudes.
Impressive.
Arousing admiration due to size, quality, or skill.
Examples:
impressive performances. An impressive array of facts. The budget reduction was an impressive feat for our nation.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Croak.
To make a hoarse sound, like a raven or frog, to make complaining remarks or noises under one's breath.
Examples:
start to croak. Don't croak on this festive occasion. Because of her severe cold, she could only croak.
Sergeant.
A rank of non-commissioned officer in the armed forces, typically above corporal, but below staff sergeant or sergeant first class.
Examples:
police sergeant, army sergeant. The fire department sergeant instructed the firefighters on how to tackle the blaze.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples:
essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Invertebrate.
A class of animals that do not have a backbone. They include insects, worms, and mollusks.
Examples:
invertebrate species. Study of invertebrates. Many species of marine invertebrates, such as corals and sponges, are important components of ocean ecosystems.
Lobster.
A marine crustacean with a hard, often brightly colored shell, a pair of large pincers, and a tail used for swimming.
Examples:
lobster dinner. Fresh lobster. The restaurant served a delicious lobster, steamed to perfection.
Antenna.
An electrical device that sends or receives radio or television signals. Biology, one of one or more pairs of appendages used for sensing in insects.
Examples:
antenna of insect. Extend the TV antenna. He had a special antenna for public relations.
Fiddle.
To continuously touch or manipulate something with someone's hands, mainly when bored or nervous, to act dishonestly to try to get money, information, etc., or gain an advantage.
Examples:
fiddle with a PC. Fiddle away the whole afternoon. She was able to fiddle a free trip to the United States.
Violin.
A four-stringed wooden musical instrument held against the neck and played by passing a bow across the strings.
Examples:
Violin soloist. Play the violin. The cello is a member of the violin family.
Snap.
To record on photographic film, to make a sudden, sharp sound. Noun, the act of catching an object with the hands.
Examples:
Snap a whip. Snap judgment. She snapped a quick picture of the beautiful sunset before it disappeared.
Shrimp.
A small, freshwater or saltwater creature with a slender body and long legs.
Examples:
Shrimp cocktail. Shrimp farming. The seafood restaurant had a variety of dishes featuring shrimp.
Thumb.
The short, thick digit of the hand next to the index finger. Verb, to travel by getting free rides from motorists.
Examples:
Thumb wrestling. Thumb a ride. He used his right thumb to press the button on his phone.
Claw.
A curved, pointed appendage found on the foot or leg of an animal, used for gripping or grasping. A human hand with long, narrow fingers that are curved like a claw. A machine or tool with a claw-like opening used for gripping or lifting objects.
Examples:
Claw marks. Claw hammer. The bear used its claw to catch a fish in the river.
Thumbnail.
The small image used to represent a larger image or document on a computer or mobile device. The nail on the thumb.
Examples:
Thumbnail image. Video thumbnail. The photographer selected the best image from the photo shoot for the thumbnail.
Explosion.
A violent release induced by a chemical or nuclear reaction.
Examples:
A lot of explosions. Site of the explosion. A broken gas pipe triggered the explosion.
Bubble.
A thin, round, and often transparent mass of gas that is surrounded by a thin layer of liquid. A state of economic or social prosperity that is unsustainable and eventually collapses.
Examples:
Bubble in the champagne glass. Economic bubble. Many people worry that the current real estate market is a bubble that could burst soon.
Implode.
To collapse inward violently or burst inward with a sudden release of energy, to disintegrate or break down suddenly and completely.
Examples:
Implode building. Implode business. The banking industry feared the economy would implode due to risky investments.
Flash.
A sudden intense burst of radiant energy, a momentary brightness.
Examples:
A flash of lightning. Brilliant flash. These heavy rains caused flash floods on several islands.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Bang.
To hit or cause to hit something in a way that makes a loud noise.
Examples:
Bang his fist on a desk. Bang a phone down. My father tried to bang mathematics into my head since childhood.
Crackle.
To make a succession of slight popping sounds, often due to the heating or drying of some materials, such as firewood, paper, plastic, or food, to snap, crack, or crunch. Noun, a series of sharp, popping sounds that are caused by the rapid expansion and contraction of a material, such as wood or paper, due to changes in temperature or humidity.
Examples:
Crackle on the gravel road. The crackle of the thunder. The firewood crackled and popped into the fireplace, sending sparks up the chimney.
Soundscape.
The overall sound environment of a particular area or place.
Examples:
Soundscape music. Tranquil soundscape. The soundscape of the city was a symphony of car horns and chatter.
Barrier.
A fence or other obstruction that makes it hard to move or get in, any condition that makes it difficult to make progress or to achieve an objective.
Examples:
Cost barrier. Information barrier. The police placed a barrier across the street to halt traffic.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples:
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
Trap.
A piece of equipment or hole for catching animals or people. Verb, to catch animals or people and prevent them from escaping.
Examples:
Set a trap. Trap an animal. The enemy fell right into the trap.
Slit.
A narrow cut or opening, often made by a sharp instrument or tool. Verb, to cut or make a long, narrow opening or incision in something, typically with a sharp instrument such as a knife or scissors.
Examples:
Slit pocket. Slit the fabric. He made a small slit in the paper to fit it in the envelope.
Intercept.
To stop and catch someone or something to prevent them from continuing to a destination.
Examples:
Intercept an enemy force. Intercept X-rays. It is illegal to intercept police radio.
Moth.
An insect with wings similar to a butterfly that travels at night and is attracted to light.
Examples:
Moth larva. Moth attracted to the light. The moth is a serious threat to the farm's output.
Attract.
To draw or entice someone or something towards them through the qualities they have, especially positive ones.
Examples:
Attract attention. Attract customers. The government is eager to attract international investment.
Underneath.
Under or below something else.
Examples:
Underneath the surface of the water. Underneath the laughter. The penny fell underneath the piano.
Synchronize.
To happen or cause to happen at the same time or rate.
Examples:
Synchronize movements. Synchronize our watches. The ball speed will increase when the lower body movements are perfectly synchronized.
Playback.
The act of playing a recording or audiovisual material, often used in the context of reviewing or analyzing a previous performance or presentation.
Examples:
Playback recording. DVD playback. The band recorded their album with high-quality playback equipment.
Noisy.
Making a lot of sounds, especially loud or disruptive sound.
Examples:
Noisy neighbor. Noisy party. The construction outside was creating a noisy distraction from my work.
Pile.
A collection of objects positioned one on top of another, a large sum of something, such as money.
Examples:
A sand pile. The height of a pile. After the party, they had to clean up piles of dirty dishes.
Rubble.
Fragments of rock, stone, or other materials that remain after a building or other structure has been destroyed or demolished, the remains of something that has been broken down or destroyed.
Examples:
Clear away rubble. Rubble-strewn road. After the earthquake, the city was left in a pile of rubble.
Sand.
Finely granulated particles of rock or mineral material, typically found along beaches, deserts, or riverbeds, used in construction, landscaping, and other applications requiring drainage or abrasive action.
Examples:
Sand dunes. Sand castle. The sand on the beach was warm and golden.
Interpret.
To explain or assign the meaning of information, actions, etc.
Examples:
Interpret a graph. Interpret the question. Different people might interpret this news differently.
Encourage.
To give someone support, confidence, or hope, to persuade someone to do or continue to do something by making it easier for them and making them believe it is a good thing to do.
Examples:
encourage a sense of affinity. Encourage antisocial behavior. They encouraged customers with a premium for loyal patronage.
Privilege.
A special right or advantage that only one person or group of people has, usually because they are rich and powerful in a society.
Examples:
a breach of privilege. Privilege of membership. In the Middle Ages, the right to hunt in the wild was the privilege of royalty and nobility.
Toy.
A thing, typically a small model or replica of something that is played with, especially by children.
Examples:
toy store. Toy box. He gave his daughter a new toy for her birthday. Hydrophone. A device used to detect and analyze sound waves in water, typically used for underwater acoustics research, sonar systems, or underwater surveillance.
Examples:
deep-sea hydrophone. Hydrophone sensor. The military uses hydrophones for underwater surveillance and communication.
Microphone.
A device that converts sound into an electrical signal used for recording sounds or making the voice louder.
Examples:
microphone cable. Built-in microphone. The interviewer asked him to speak into the microphone.
Tapestry.
A piece of fabric or cloth that is woven with intricate designs or scenes, often depicting historical or mythological events, a complex or intricate story, idea, or situation.
Examples:
colorful tapestry. Intricate tapestry design. The tapestry on the wall depicted a medieval battle scene.
Acoustics.
A branch of physics that deals with the study of mechanical waves in gases, liquids, and solids, including topics such as vibration, sound, ultrasound, and infrasound.
Examples:
specialize in acoustics. The engineer of acoustics. The physicist specializes in acoustics.
Inflate.
To fill something with air or gas so that it becomes bigger and rounder.
Examples:
inflate a tire. Inflate expense reports. She inflated the balloons for the party. Dinosaur. A large extinct reptile, often with an armored back, long neck, tail, and bony plates on the skin.
Examples:
hulking dinosaur. Dinosaur fossil. The discovery of a new dinosaur species made headlines in the scientific community.
Strap.
A long, narrow strip or belt of leather, fabric, or another material used for binding, fastening, or supporting something or someone. A band or string that attaches one object to another, often used to secure items during transport.
Examples:
Leather strap, camera strap. The athlete tightened the strap on his running shoes before the race.
Overnight.
Lasting for or occurring during one night, occurring or changing extremely quickly or suddenly, happening or being achieved in a short amount of time.
Examples:
Overnight parking, overnight success. The overnight package delivery arrived at my door this morning.
Dusk.
The period of the day just before nightfall, when the light begins to fade, the darker part of twilight.
Examples:
Dusk sky, dusk falls. The sky turned a beautiful orange hue at dusk.
Nocturnal.
Relating to or occurring in the night, active or awake during the night.
Examples:
Nocturnal insects, nocturnal habits. Nocturnal animals, such as owls and bats, are active at night.
Emerge.
To move out of or away from something and become visible.
Examples:
Emerge as a butterfly. Emerge from poverty. During colonial eras, new migratory patterns emerged.
Cave.
A large hole in the side of a hill, cliff, mountain, or under the ground.
Examples:
Domiciliary caves. The mouth of the cave. Bats reside in sheltered caves.
Chorus.
A group of singers or speakers who perform together, typically in a musical or dramatic production, the part of a song where a soloist is joined by a group of singers.
Examples:
A mixed chorus. A quintet chorus. The chorus of the song was catchy and easily memorized.
Dawn.
The time of day when the sun's light starts to show in the sky.
Examples:
The wan light of dawn. Crack of dawn. Missile assaults on the capital continued around dawn.
Disappear.
To cease to exist or be visible.
Examples:
Disappear without a trace. Disappear after a week. They watched the train disappear into the distance.
Re-establish.
To establish again or anew, to restore something that was lost or disrupted, often relating to an organization, relationship, or system.
Examples:
Re-establish ties. Re-establish trust. We need to re-establish our relationship after our argument.
Territory.
An area under the control of a ruler or state.
Examples:
Acquire territory. Territory in charge. They incorporated the conquered territory into their nation.
Explore.
To travel to or penetrate an area or a country to learn about it, to thoroughly examine a subject or a possibility to learn more about it.
Examples:
Explore the world. Explore our options. The management must explore strategies to increase office security.
Combine.
To join or merge to form a single thing or group.
Examples:
Combine chemically with another substance. Combine augmented reality. Hydrogen and oxygen combine to form water.
Survey.
An investigation of the opinions, behavior, etc. of a particular group of people, made by asking people questions.
Examples:
A comprehensive survey. Recent survey. That survey shows that people are accepting the tax increase to some extent.
Suburb.
An outlying district or residential area of a city or town, typically comprising middle-class and affluent neighborhoods.
Examples:
Suburb development. Suburb life. He grew up in the suburbs, but always dreamed of living in the city.
Crab.
A sea creature with two large claws and a flattened back. Example: blue crab or king crab, a sour or grumpy person who is prone to complaining or criticizing.
Examples:
Crab cakes. Crab legs. I ordered a plate of fresh crab at the seafood restaurant.
Clam.
A marine mollusk that burrows and lives on sand or mud. The shell closes with vice-like firmness.
Examples:
Giant clam. Shuck a clam. The clam digs through the sand to a significant depth.
Oyster.
A bivalve mollusk with a rough irregular shell, often eaten raw or cooked, and sometimes used as a pearl-producing animal or a source of mother-of-pearl.
Examples:
Oyster shell. Oyster farm. I ordered a dozen oysters as an appetizer at the seafood restaurant.
Bay.
A part of the coast that is partially enclosed by land, a compartment or section of a ship or building.
Examples:
Bay Area. The mouth of a bay. She walked along the bay and collected shells.
Typical.
Having the usual characteristics or traits of a specific group of things.
Examples:
Typical leader. Fairly typical symptoms. This artwork is typical of her work.
Overfish.
To deplete fish populations beyond sustainable levels through excessive or unregulated fishing practices, leading to environmental and economic consequences.
Examples:
overfish the coral reefs, overfish certain areas. Scientists warn that many species could face extinction if we continue to overfish our oceans.
Herbivore.
An animal that eats only plants, such as a cow or a deer.
Examples:
herbivore diet, herbivore animals. A giraffe is an herbivore that primarily eats leaves and twigs.
Graze.
To feed on grass or other vegetation, especially by nibbling at it repeatedly, to break the skin of a body part by scraping.
Examples:
turn cattle out to graze, graze the left shoulder. The sheep graze on the green grass in the meadow.
Algae.
A simple plant that grows in or near water and lacks typical leaves and roots.
Examples:
algae biofuel, blue algae. Algae has jammed the inlet to the water turbine.
Smother.
To cover or suffocate something or someone completely, to suppress or stifle a feeling or emotion.
Examples:
smother flames, smother a sneeze. She tried to smother her fears and doubts with positive affirmations.
Crater.
A huge bowl-shaped cavity in the earth or an object in space, usually created by an explosion or the impact of a meteorite.
Examples:
crater lake, lunar crater. An enormous crater marks the area where the vast volcanic explosion occurred.
Dynamite.
A powerful explosive made from nitroglycerin, typically used in construction and mining, something that causes strong, sudden reactions or changes.
Examples:
dynamite-powered engine, dynamite fishing. The sound of the dynamite explosion could be heard for miles.
Soundtrack.
The recorded audio that accompanies a movie, television program, or video game.
Examples:
soundtrack album, a motion picture with a soundtrack. The soundtrack to the movie was composed by a famous musician.
Overfishing.
The removal of too many fish from a body of water, causing a decline in population levels and harm to the ecosystem.
Examples:
overfishing crisis, overfishing ban. The ocean's ecosystem is being threatened by overfishing, causing many species to become endangered.
Benchmark.
A standard or reference point used for comparison or evaluation, a point of reference for measuring progress or performance.
Examples:
industry benchmark, Performance benchmark. The teacher used a benchmark to measure the progress of her students.
Reserve.
To keep something for future use or contingency, to obtain or arrange something, such as a meeting, seat, etc., in advance.
Examples:
Reserve the right. Reserve a concert ticket. You can easily reserve seats over the telephone.
Distance.
The amount of space between 2 points, measured in units such as miles, meters, or kilometers, the extent, scope, or range between two things, such as distance or emotional distance.
Examples:
Driving distance. Social distance. The marathon runner covered a long distance in a short amount of time.
Pollution.
The introduction of harmful substances or waste into the natural environment that causes adverse change.
Examples:
Environmental pollution. High levels of air pollution. The pollution is endangering the local plants and animals.
Bustle.
To move or act energetically and noisily, noun, a rapid active commotion.
Examples:
Bustle around a kitchen. Hustle-bustle lifestyle. The city bustled with activity as people rushed to work.
Refer.
To direct someone's attention, thoughts, or questions to another source or person, to mention, cite, or allude to something as evidence or support.
Examples:
Refer to a book. Refer to a map. Please refer to the instruction manual for further assistance.
Tragedy.
An event or situation causing great loss, misfortune, or destruction. A play or literature that deals with a severe and sad event and often ends with the death of the main character.
Examples:
A tragedy during work. The aftermath of this tragedy. Macbeth is a famous tragedy by Shakespeare.
Predictability.
The quality of being able to be predicted or expected, the degree to which something is predictable or can be relied upon to follow a specific pattern or behavior.
Examples:
Predictability index. Lack of predictability. The predictability of the weather patterns helped the farmers plan their crops accordingly.
Temperature.
The degree of hotness or coldness of a thing or place.
Examples:
Extreme temperatures. The atmospheric temperature. Cities around the world set records for highest temperatures this summer.
Oceanography.
The scientific study of oceans and other bodies of saltwater, including their physical, chemical, and biological characteristics, as well as their interactions with the atmosphere and land.
Examples:
Oceanography data. Oceanography expedition. The Oceanography Research Center is dedicated to studying the impacts of climate change on the ocean's ecosystem.
Locate.
To specify or determine the exact position of someone or something.
Examples:
Locate a missing pet. Locate a tumor. The robot can accurately locate construction material.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Diversity.
The quality or fact of many different types of things or people being included in something, a range of different things or people.
Examples:
The diversity policy of the university. Lingual diversity. He was impressed by the range and diversity of the collection.
Acoustic.
Relating to sound or the sense of hearing.
Examples:
Acoustic properties of a hall. Acoustic guitar. The ground acts as an acoustic barrier against outside sounds.
Desert.
Arid land with little or no vegetation, often covered with sand or rocks.
Examples:
Desert basin. Oasis in the desert. This region is predominantly desert.
Climate.
The weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Basis.
The most important facts, ideas, or events from which something is developed, the way how things are organized or arranged.
Examples:
On an equal basis. Basis for calculation. This evidence will form the basis for our discussion.
Motor.
A device that converts electricity, fuel, etc. into movement and makes a machine, vehicle, etc. work.
Examples:
A motor mechanic. DC motor control. Energy-efficient motors are needed to maximize the cruising distance of electric vehicles.
Engine.
A machine that converts thermal energy to mechanical work, something that has an important role used to achieve a purpose.
Examples:
A steam engine. An air-cooled engine. The policies he announces can be the engine of economic growth in the country.
Rattle.
To make or cause to make short, successive, sharp, and loud sounds.
Examples:
Rattle along a road. Rattle and bang at the door. The vast earthquake caused the house to rattle.
Propeller.
A device with rotating blades or vanes used for propulsion or creating lift, typically used on boats or aircraft.
Examples:
Propeller design. Propeller aircraft. The boat's propeller stopped working in the middle of the lake.
Cavitate.
To form bubbles, typically in a fluid, often as a result of a decrease in pressure. To form a hollow space within a solid material, often used in medicine to describe the formation of small, empty spaces within tissues or organs as a result of disease or injury.
Examples:
Cavitate organic molecules. Cavitate in a vacuum. The water heater had sediment buildup that caused it to cavitate and make loud noises.
Screech.
To make a loud, high-pitched, piercing sound, often indicating pain or fear.
Examples:
Screech out a slogan. Screech with laughter. The brakes on the car began to screech as the driver suddenly stopped at the intersection.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
Decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Reproduce.
To make a copy of something such as a picture, piece of text, music, etc., to produce offspring through a sexual or asexual process.
Examples:
Reproduce the painting. Reproduce by myself. By dividing and creating copies of themselves, bacteria reproduce.
Tale.
A story made up in someone's imagination, especially one full of action and adventure.
Examples:
A fairy tale. Tale of horror. Ghosts in folk tales are almost always malicious.
Monitor.
To observe, check, and track the progress or quality of something over a period of time.
Examples:
Monitor an exam. Monitor the data carefully. They used a special receiver to monitor police radio channels.
Practical.
Of or connected with actual use or real situation rather than with theory and ideas.
Examples:
Practical English. Gain practical experience. Her concept is highly practical and helpful.
Spiny.
Covered with spines, thorns, or prickly projections, having an abrasive or irritating manner, or causing discomfort or annoyance.
Examples:
Spiny shrub. Spiny lobster. The spiny cactus plant was difficult to handle without getting pricked.
Monogamy.
The practice of being married to only one person at a time, The state of having a mutually exclusive romantic or sexual relationship with one partner.
Examples:
Monogamy rules. Practice monogamy. Many religious institutions promote monogamy as the ideal form of marriage.
Unusually.
In a way that is not typical or expected.
Examples:
Unusually cheerful. Look unusually serious. The team's performance has been unusually poor this season.
Defend.
To protect someone or something from attack, criticism, danger, etc.
Examples:
Defend my country. Defend against a threat. International law allows each nation to defend itself when its rights and interests are illegally violated.
Tragic.
Causing great sadness or suffering, very unfortunate.
Examples:
Tragic love stories. Tragic death. The tragic events of the war left many families torn apart.
Reproduction.
The process by which organisms create offspring, the production of something similar to an original work.
Examples:
Reproduction rate. Reproduction system. The reproduction of the plant depends on the pollinators.
Comparison.
The consideration or examination of the similarities between two or more people or things.
Examples:
Ease of comparison. Comparison of foods on a caloric basis. I've included the two designs for a comparison.
Loop.
A shape like a curve or a circle made by something long and thin, such as a piece of string, that bends round and crosses itself.
Examples:
Exit from a loop. Positive feedback loop. Many people in this city use the loop railway for transportation.
Enrich.
To make better or improve in quality by adding something else.
Examples:
Enrich a gas with a balloon. Enrich public services. Reading not only increases knowledge, but also enriches life.
Pursue.
To do something or attempt to attain something over time, to follow or seek someone or something, especially in trying to catch them.
Examples:
Pursue a goal. Pursue freedoms. She intends to pursue a political career.
Excite.
To make someone feel suddenly enthusiastic or eager.
Examples:
Excite the crowd. Excite rebellion. The news of her promotion excited her.
Improve.
To make or become better.
Examples:
Improve a process. Improve the test score. We want to improve ties between our two countries.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples:
Modern poetry. Pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Nursery.
A place where babies and young children are cared for while their parents are at work. A place where plants are grown and nurtured, especially for commercial purposes.
Examples:
Day nursery. Nursery school. I work at the breeding nursery, where we grow and sell a variety of plants.
Settle.
To reach an agreement of disagreement.
Examples:
Settle a dispute. Settle down in the town. I don't want to settle for second best.
Accelerate.
To make something faster or earlier, to cause to develop or progress more quickly.
Examples:
Accelerate a chemical reaction. Accelerate the car. The government tried to accelerate the commercialization of this development.
Recover.
To return to a former condition, health, mind, or strength.
Examples:
Recover a loss. Recover approval ratings. She is still recovering from a shot to her shoulder.